Om Shanti. Om Namo Shivaya. Hari Om. On behalf of Om Mandali Shiv Shakti Avatar Seva Sanstha, today I am going to talk about the benefits and importance of chanting Om. This topic is not very new to us. We all know something or other about Om, but probably we don't use it in our practical life regularly. Om chanting commonly used in devotion, and sannyasis, that means monk or saints, also chant Om. But today we are going to know how can we do Rajyoga meditation by Om chanting. The word Om itself is a pure and powerful sound. It is a very powerful, great mantra that by chanting it, our disturbed mind becomes peaceful automatically within a very short time. Om is a Brahmastra. That means it's the highest weapon. Om is a Sanjeevani Bhuti. That means it's the life-saving herb. Om is a seed mantra. Every mantra starts with Om. So, we ask ourselves, why does every mantra start with Om? Why not with any other words? Because the power of the mantra is hidden in the word Om. For an example, when we see a big tree, it is so huge, we get flowers, fruits, and other benefits from it. So, where was the power hidden to become the huge tree? The power was hidden in a small seed. But if we see the seed, we can't imagine that this seed is capable of producing such a huge beneficial tree. In the same way, the power of any mantra is hidden in the word Om. That is the reason every mantra starts with Om. By chanting Om, our minds are able to become focused more easily and quickly, without any effort. It's an automatic process. Very easily we can control our mind, and we can experience very deep meditation. If we want to understand in a simple way, the meaning of Om is the meeting or union of the soul and the Supreme Soul. It means that the combined form of the soul and the Supreme Soul is the easy form of meditation or yoga. By chanting Om, very easily our thoughts speed, slow down automatically. We start feeling peace. We can focus and connect our mind with God or the Supreme Soul. We can experience deep silence. By chanting Om, we can get relief from physical and mental illnesses because it influences very powerfully on both our body and mind. Chanting Om is so easy that from children to elderly, anyone can do it. Om is the foundation for increasing morale and concentration. Om is the basis of positive energy. By chanting Om regularly, our aura changes from negative to positive and powerful. The vibration of the house becomes positive and powerful as well. Om is the foundation of welfare of this world. We can experience positive changes in our life. That means it changes our sanskaras or habits from negative to positive and that's also automatic. Om brings solutions for all problems. If we have any problems in our life, we can chant Om with the intention of solving those problems. Before we start Om chanting, we need to create the positive thought that the problem is resolving. Om is the basis of meeting the Almighty. We can fulfill any of our pure desires by chanting Om. We can receive healing vibrations from our body and mind from the Almighty. By chanting Om, we can also be protected from evil spirits. If we have insomnia or can't sleep at night, Om can be a great remedy for that too. If we chant Om for 10 minutes before going to bed, especially for insomnia, we can get help for sleeping. After lying down on the bed, closing our eyes, we need to chant Om in our mind, not verbally. We will experience a great result from it. The sound of Om creates such a powerful vibration that affects the 5 elements and makes them pure and powerful. Now we will find out when to do Om chanting. After sunrise, from morning till night, we can chant Om anytime. How many times should we do it? We should do Om at least 2 times a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. There are no disadvantages of chanting Om. If we can do it more than 2 times, it will be even better. How long should we do Om? 5 to 10 minutes each time. We should do it from our heart and with love. Where should we do it? If we have a specific place to pray or meditate, it's better to chant Om in that place. Otherwise, we can chant Om anywhere. There are no restrictions. We can sit on a chair, bed, or wherever we like. We can even chant Om while we are working or moving around. For an example, we can chant Om while we are driving or taking a bath. Now, we will find out how to pronounce Om. Om has 3 letters, A, U, M. The middle letter, U, is silent, so we will pronounce it as Om, not Aum or Am. For an example, the word knowledge starts with the letter K, but K is silent in the word knowledge. We don't pronounce the letter K. In the same way, the letter U is not pronounced in Om. Now, we will find out the techniques of chanting Om. When we sit to chant Om, our back should be straight. We can cross our legs unless we have any physical issues. If we do have, then we can sit however it's comfortable. We can also close our eyes. Sit with any dhyana mudra, that means meditation posture. Every time we do Om, we need to sit with a purpose or intention. We can take a positive thought or an affirmation. With a deep breath, slowly and sweetly, we should chant Om. We are not required to be very loud. Now, we will know about the processing of chanting Om. So we know what to expect when we chant Om. At first, our thought processing slows down. Then, our mind calms down. Energy starts flowing upwards. We can feel the consciousness of I, the soul, in between the forehead, the being or the energy of the body. Slowly, we become bodiless. That means we don't have the feeling of the body anymore. We can only feel the power in between the forehead. That moment, it's even hard to chant Om. That time, we need to be silent. We can enjoy the deep silence that moment. We can enjoy the combined form of the soul and the Supreme Soul. We can experience divine love, peace, happiness, power, and bliss. That moment, we are connected with the Almighty. We can get solutions for all the problems. At this moment, we can get healing vibrations for our body and mind. We can fulfill all our pure desires. So, we should sit in silence for minimum 5 minutes and fulfill ourselves, or for as long as we want. As a Raj Yogi, the question can arise in our mind that what is the necessity of coming into the sound instead of being silent? It is true that our aim is to be silent and connect with the Supreme Soul and experience deep silence, but we can check ourselves. At first, when we are sitting for meditation, is our mind silent? How much our mind is wandering around? We can check the complete time we are spending for meditation. Is it successful? As I said before, by chanting Om, it's easier and quicker to control our mind and experience silence. With Om chanting, we don't waste our time unnecessarily and utilize the entire time. Another question can come into our mind that why do we need to close our eyes while chanting Om? Because we practice in Raj Yoga meditation with open eyes. First of all, in Raj Yoga, we do open-eyed meditation because when we experience peace, then we can fall asleep. But when we are chanting Om through our mouth, then how can we go to sleep? Secondly, we are Karma Yogi. That means we do our regular work in Almighty's remembrance. We can't close our eyes while doing our regular work. So, we should have practice to be soul conscious and remember the Supreme Soul while in action. When we sit for chanting Om, by closing our eyes, we cannot get distracted ourselves with the surrounding things and situations. After 5 to 10 minutes of chanting Om, we can be silent and practice open-eyed Raj Yoga meditation and enjoy the moment with the Supreme. We are the masters of ourselves, so we can give it a try and experience it for ourselves. Thanks for listening to me. Om Shanti. Om Namo Shivaya. Hari Om.